Hey everyone, what's up? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. Today we're bringing you another action figure toy review. This time we're taking a look at the DC Universe Classic Series, Wave 4, the Artemis figure. So Artemis was the variant release of the Wonder Woman basic figure that came out, and it also includes the Collect and Connect piece for Despero. So regular packaging, nothing too special about that, but we're just going to go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at the figure and do a quick review for y'all, so stick around. So this is Artemis. Essentially it is the chase figure for Wonder Woman. So it uses basically the same sculpt, but changes a few minor things. We'll look at some of those differences here in a moment, but Wave 4 has the standard packaging that we're used to. The orange kind of comic motif thing going on there. Turn it over on the back, you can see the other figures in the Wave, including the Collect and Connect figure, Despero. Very cool looking. So let's go ahead and open this up. Figure, here's the packaging, which is now recycling. So we have the Collect and Connect piece here, which is Despero's right leg. It's cool looking, but we don't have the rest of him yet, so it gets added to our pile of unused parts until we collect more of them. Looking at the figure itself, it's got a nice pose inside of here, some nice accessories, and flipping it over to the back, you can see that there is traditional clear rubber band that has to be cut, and it looks like that's the only one we got to worry about. So check out the accessory first, which is weird in that I missed. It has a rubber band as well. So slice that rubber band before you take the accessory out. Then the bow itself should pull free at that point. Hopefully the rubber band will come untied. Just pull on it really hard if it doesn't. Then we have the figure itself. The rubber bands go in the trash as well. Oh, that's trash. So, here is what comes with this set. You have the Artemis figure, this cool bow, and the Collect and Connect piece for Despero, which again we're going to put to the side because without the rest of him, it is rather useless. So now we have Artemis out, we'll zoom in and take a closer look at her. Now that we're zoomed in a bit, you can take a look at the bow itself. It is molded together, so it doesn't actually have an action feature. The arrows are molded to it, so not much we can do there, but it's a cool little accessory, nice. Then looking at Artemis herself, she has this really nice big quiver of arrows on her side. And then the traditional Wonder Woman lasso. Then if you'll notice on her boots as well, they're different than the ones that Wonder Woman have. They have these nice little wing tips on them. And it's a very nice little touch to kind of distinguish her from the traditional Diana figure. And a nice little sculpted belt here for the arrow quiver. And then her golden orange hair, which is this really flimsy plastic stuff. So you can kind of move it wherever you want to. Looking at articulation, the head itself does turn 360 degrees, goes up and down. Her hairpiece kind of gets in the way a little bit, but it doesn't stop anything. It's just kind of aggravating sometimes. Looking at the shoulder joint, it's the traditional female shoulder joint, so it goes 360 degrees and up and down. It has the swivel at the top of the bicep, then the standard elbow articulation and standard wrist articulation. So pretty standard stuff from the DC Universe line. Then looking at the ab crunch feature, has a pretty decent range of motion. Not quite as much as some of the rest of them, but still it has a good amount of range. Then there is the waist twist, which is a little bit limited by the gold belt and by the arrow quiver, but it does turn pretty easily. Then the hip joints are the standard release ones, so it goes pretty much out the entire way, and then it also moves up and down. The lower thigh has a swivel joint, standard knee joint, and then at the bottom of the boots you have the standard ankle joint as well. So very nice articulation on these. It works really well for these figures, and pretty much is a standard now. So there's been a lot of kind of complaints from folks about the actual female figure, that they're the base figure and the way the arms are. They're not exactly in proportion with anything that you might consider realistic, even in comic book world, but at least on Artemis here, it works really nicely. She's got some pretty nice muscle grouping going on, and it does look pretty well, but again, it's not quite what you would expect or what you would want, but it's a pretty good try. It works really well. There's really nothing that stands out as being really that wrong about it. It's just they are a little thin arm-wise, especially compared to some of the thighs and things like that. It's just a little out of proportion if you ask me, but it still works really well, so I won't complain too much about it. The bow and arrow set fits in her hand rather easily, so you can get a multitude of a couple of different poses here out of it. Nothing special, but again, the arrow and bow do not actually work. It's molded in one piece, so. And also we'll note that the lasso is molded onto the belt, so it will not come off. But if you have seen the traditional Wonder Woman release, you'll know and expect that. So we're zoomed in a little bit more now, so you can see some of the detail work a little bit clearer. So the face is a really nice sculpt. The hair is that really soft plastic, so you can kind of move it out of the way if you want. It's wearing a traditional tiara. So overall, it's a nice face sculpt. You can see really nice work on the bow and arrow quiver. The traditional Wonder Woman seal on the chest. A nice little belt here. And then moving on down. These boots are really awesome looking. This wasn't something I was expecting out of that, but it's they are really cool looking. And they've got these little buckles and things on the top of them that really set it off, so that's really cool. And flipping it over to the back, pretty standard stuff. Nice big ponytail and side view. So yeah, overall it's a really nice figure. It works really well for a chase figure. So that's it for our review for the DC Classics version of Artemis. Overall, it's a very cool figure. It's a nice variant for the Wonder Woman basic figure that came. Very cool. I love the little wings on the boots. Those are pretty awesome. So if you can, track it down, pick it up. Very cool looking figure. So that's all the time we got for today. So thanks for watching. Leave some comments below for us if you have something to say. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Let your friends know about us. And until next time, happy hunting.